ladies and gentlemen, Nick here, and this is a short mini ranking of the Fantastic Beasts films so far as of September 2019. I am doing a ranking of the Harry Potter films on the Retro channel after watching all of the films and reviewing all of them. The first 6 on the Retro channel and the last 2 on the main channel, as I saw those at the cinema, and I've now included films pre-2015 that I have seen at the cinema on that channel for reviews. So other films that will be coming there, for example, will include X-Men Days of Future Past and Frozen, the latter of which will have to be done before the second film comes out, of course. So yeah, as both Fantastic Beasts films are on the Retro channel, as I also saw those films at the cinema post-2015, then yes, they got reviews on the channel, and they get their rankings on this channel. So each ranking, as I mentioned at the end of my Deathly Hallows Part 2 review, will get updated each time a new film comes out, and the same for an overall Wizarding World ranking on the Retro channel. The 2019 edition of which will be coming out on September 30th to celebrate my 10th anniversary of being a Harry Potter fan. Similarly to the now deleted review of The Idiot's Lantern, celebrating 10 years of being me being a Doctor Who fan for 10 years back in May 2006. Back in May 2016. Of course, this review will be remade. But that was the original intention. So yeah, my overall Wizarding World ranking will come at the very end of September 2019 to celebrate me being a fan of the Harry Potter series for 10 years and the Wizarding World after its expansion. Following the conclusion of the Harry Potter series, it's now expanded to include Fantastic Beasts, as well as also the other charity books when going by books terms. But yeah, J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World include with its main flagship basically being Harry Potter, of course. So, there will also be a Harry Potter films. Their own ranking will be on the Retro channel. There will also be one for the books as well. If I decide to do reviews on those, there will be one for that. So anyway, the Fantastic Beasts film ranking, and these films are of course Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. The first 2 installments, of course, like I said, they will be updated as we go along the series. So let's begin with number 2. Number 2 is going to be controversial because this is the one more people prefer: Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Yeah, I honestly prefer the second film to this one. And actually, after re-evaluating Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and still loving Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and all the other films in the Harry Potter series getting a 10 out of 10, and Crimes of Grindelwald, like Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and Deathly Hallows Part 1 getting a 9 out of 10, this one only getting an 8 out of 10, then yes, this is my least favourite of the Wizarding World series and franchise so far. And that's a spoiler for that ranking as well. But yeah, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I have not really been a big fan of this particular film. I do like it. I think it's a very good film. A brilliant film. But compared to the other films that came before and the one so far that's come afterwards, I know a lot of people absolutely hate Crimes of Grindelwald for it. I don't really know why, to be honest. I don't really get the hate for it. I mean, if you don't like it, fair enough, but I don't really get the hate for it. But to be honest, I don't get the hate for this one. I just don't think it's as good as the Harry Potter films. Somehow Harry Thomas prefers this film to all of the Harry Potter films. Okay, fair enough, that's your opinion, mate. Thankfully, he considers this one better than this. But how he prefers this one to all of the Harry Potter films, I won't know, but I will never understand. But fair enough, that's your opinion. I won't hate on you for that. That's absolutely up to you, but I don't know. I think this is a great film. Don't get me wrong; it's a brilliant film. I'm just not really a big fan of the story. To be fair, I mean there are brilliant parts of the story, but yeah, I don't know. I think there could have been. I think it could have done a little bit stronger in some places, but even as being the weakest Wizarding World film in so far, it's still a brilliant film and a must-watch. So, yeah, weakest installment so far as I'm aware, in my opinion, I should say, but still very good. And it was great to see the Wizarding World back after 5 years since Deathly Hallows Part 2. Film, in the case of the films, of course, because Cursed Child came out a few months before. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I think it's great. I think it's a great film. I just don't love it as much as the Harry Potter films. However, a Fantastic Beasts film that I think is slightly better than Mark 1 or maybe 2 of them, or maybe just one, is my number 1 choice for this mini ranking. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I don't really get why so many people hate this film. I think it's a brilliant film. I think it's great, and it's now setting up the plot with Grindelwald. I think that was something the first film should have just been its own thing, and then after that maybe something bigger is happening, and then it's starting up. Especially as the first one just launches you into the Grindelwald battle without much subcontext. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Parts 1 and 2 try to give a bit of context, especially Part 1. So if you've seen those, then you might be up to speed, or if you've read the books, perhaps. It does, Fantastic Beasts 1 does mostly rely on you either reading the books or at least seeing a few scenes from Deathly Hallows Part 1. And later films may also do the same as well, and also include a few scenes that you have to watch from Part 2. Which is absolutely fine. You should check those films out anyway. And the books. But Crimes of Grindelwald just carries on from the previous film without having to make you try and have to catch up on previous films to understand, besides the first one, of course, first of these films. And I think it's a great film. I think it's very good. I like how it's setting up the war with Grindelwald. I wonder what this war was called, because the first Wizarding War was technically the first one against Voldemort, which ended with his attempted murder on Harry, and then the second one is basically end of Goblet of Fire to Deathly Hallows. And any potential third war would probably be with his, spoiler alert, daughter, depending if they want to explore those story arcs in a story following Cursed Child, which doesn't seem likely, but that would be the most speculative option. But I just think Crimes of Grindelwald's a great film. Great story. I mean, yeah, I don't really get why people don't like it. I mean, apart from maybe the Nagini casting controversy. But that never really affected me. So yeah, I prefer Crimes of Grindelwald to the first Fantastic Beasts film. And I hadn't always been that much into Fantastic Beasts 1. I much preferred 2 when I first saw it. But yeah, those are the Fantastic Beasts films. Of course, I will always prefer most of the Harry Potter films to them. I think there's only really 1, maybe 2, that I think are weaker than Crimes of Grindelwald. But that being said, I still probably prefer those films. Maybe it's just because I've grown up with those films. Well, I say grown up, or rather, I think more people grew up with them, because I only got them at the very end, towards the end of the films, but never mind. Anyway, so that's it from me. Thank you for watching, and to recap this mini ranking and a big, pretty much, talk about the 2 films. Number 2 is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and number 1 is Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. And the mini ranking will be updated each year. Well, not each year, each time there's a new Fantastic Beasts film out, until we've had all 5. So that's it from me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Nicholas Payne YouTube channel. The first 6 on retro, and the last 2 which will need to be done before their next the latter of which will definitely need to be done before the first film comes out. The latter of which will also, they're getting as well as probably Quidditch throughout the ages, if we're going by I think this is could actually be, after re-evaluating Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, I wasn't always a big fan of this story. Is Fantastic Beasts, and I like how it's setting up the Wisdom War. I say Wisdom War, War, I should say. But I think Grindelwald. But I think